Cognac is one of those words that instantly sounds expensive. You hear it and suddenly imagine leather chairs, low lighting, and someone nodding slowly like they definitely know what they're drinking. But is cognac actually some rare, mysterious liquid? Or is it just doing a really good job at sounding important? I'm Professor Everything, and today we'll be answering the question, what exactly is cognac? Right here on Explaining Everything. Let's start with the simplest truth. Cognac is a type of brandy. That's it. Mystery solved. Roll credits. Okay, not quite. Brandy is basically wine that went through a glow-up. You take wine, distill it, and boom, brandy. But cognac is a very specific kind of brandy, and it has rules. Lots of rules. Cognac is brandy that comes from one place and one place only. The Cognac region in Western France. If it's made anywhere else, even if it tastes identical, it legally cannot be called cognac. It's just brandy with dreams that didn't work out. On top of that, cognac must be made from specific white grapes, mainly Ugni Blanc, not red grapes, not whatever was on sale. Ugni Blanc or bust. Then it has to be distilled twice in copper pot stills. Once isn't enough. Cognac believes in second chances. Already, you can see why cognac has a reputation. It's not just alcohol, it's alcohol with a resume. After distillation, cognac isn't ready to impress anyone yet. It has to age in French oak barrels. And this is where the magic and the patience comes in. Legally, cognac must age for at least 2 years. That's the minimum. And that's 2 years in oak barrels, not 2 years sitting around thinking about life. During this time, the clear spirit slowly turns golden brown and starts developing those flavors people love to talk about dramatically, like vanilla, dried fruit, caramel, and spice. The oak barrels matter a lot. French oak isn't just a fancy detail. It actually affects flavor and texture. Over time, the cognac interacts with the wood, mellowing out and becoming smoother. Some of it even evaporates. This loss is poetically called the angel's share, which is a very elegant way of saying the air stole some of your alcohol. The longer it ages, the more complex it becomes. That's why you'll see labels like VS, VSOP, and XO. These indicate minimum aging periods, not vibes. VS is at least 2 years, VSOP is at least 4, and XO is at least 10. Not suggestions, laws. At this point, you might be wondering why cognac is so intense about its identity. The answer is history and a lot of hard lessons. The Cognac region has been making distilled wine for centuries, originally as a way to preserve it for transport. Over time, people realized, hey, this tastes amazing after sitting in barrels, and suddenly they were on to something big. As cognac became popular internationally, especially in places like England and later the United States, imitations popped up everywhere. So France did what France does best, created strict laws. These rules protect the name cognac and ensure that when you buy it, you know exactly what you're getting. It's similar to how champagne works. The goal isn't snobbery, it's consistency. Every step is regulated, where the grapes grow, how they're fermented, how they're distilled, how long they age, and even how the final blend is assembled. Cognac producers aren't just making alcohol. They're maintaining a reputation built over hundreds of years. Here's the funny part. Cognac isn't trying to be fancy. People did that to it because it takes time, skill, and very specific conditions to make. Cognac naturally became associated with wealth, celebration, and status. Add centuries of tradition, elegant bottles, and a name that sounds expensive, and suddenly it's starring in movies, music, and pop culture as the drink of choice for important moments. But at its core, Cognac is just well-made brandy with an incredible amount of quality control. It's not magical. It's not mysterious. It's just extremely disciplined. Cognac is what happens when a drink commits fully to being itself and refuses to cut corners. Which, honestly, is kind of inspiring. It's brandy that follows very strict rules, comes from one small region in France, uses specific grapes, gets distilled twice, and ages patiently in oak barrels until it's ready to be called cognac. That's it. No secret handshake, no hidden ingredient, just tradition, time, and consistency doing their thing. The next time you hear the word cognac, you'll know it's not just a fancy name. It's a legally protected promise. And somehow, knowing that makes it feel a little less intimidating and a lot more interesting. If you learned something new, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drink responsibly. Also, if you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. If you enjoyed this video, please check out our other bingeable channels. Thank you for tuning in, and join us next time here in the channel that answers all the why, what, who, where, and how questions you've always wondered about, here on Explaining Everything.